In my view, AI will undoubtedly transform our work, our lives and our society. And to an extent, the ways in which it does that are up to us. After all, technologies embody the values of those who make them and deploy them.
I launched the Brunel Artificial Intelligence Research Centre in May 2018. The purpose of the centre is to understand the effects of AI at a societal, organisation and individual level. We're very keen to understand how this is going to play out over the next 5 to 10 years and are very open to collaborating with industry, academic institutions and public sector institutions.
I think the biggest way that AI is going to affect business is going to be in how competitive it is, whether it's going to be able to innovate in the future, make sure it's future-proof both against its competitors, but also whether it can produce the kind of products and services that are genuinely going to benefit society and provide them with the value that they're looking for. Which brings us back to the point of how are they going to do that if they can't get hold of the right data and to do so ethically.
The main thing that government is thinking about is some of the ethics of AI, the applications for AI in the public sector, trying to improve efficiency, do more with less in the public sector. It's an extremely challenging topic, lots of opportunities, but there's lots of challenges around the use of data and ethical considerations around how we use AI.
AI is a really important part of our business because at AMI our whole focus is on maximising the value that you can get out of your data, whether it's structured or unstructured, make much better decisions as part of the overall business process. And today's been fascinating for me because what it's really highlighted is that the challenge isn't necessarily a technological one. There's far more which is around the unknown unknowns and the social and the cultural way that actually this technology is going to change the way in which we work.
So I work in HR, and AI is affecting everyone in HR, every role, many roles around the world and in every industry. Because of the advancements of technology like AI, we have more time to do have more strategic initiatives. But we also need to upskill. Our roles are changing all of the time. The half-life of skills is shrinking to 5 years now, and it's reducing even further. So what's really important is that to have the ability to develop and have access to content to continuously adapt and reskill.
AI is disrupting the manufacturing industry quite significantly, and not only the pure manufacturing but also the supply chain, which is interlinked together with the distribution, has been impacted by AI in our industry. So we are working on implementing AI in different areas across manufacturing, across distribution and also across the supply chain.
Should AI be regulated horizontally or should it be regulated vertically? And that is the discussion that I think needs to be much broader beyond industries. I think it needs to go beyond government as well. So it's a matter of going back to the drawing board and unpack what really needs to be regulated in terms of should it really be the algorithm? Should they really be unpacking what ethics really mean? Or should we actually look at the actual human beings, really looking at operating the functionalities of AI? AI is evolving at the moment, and I think we are still at a level where we are still trying to understand what it really is.
I'm here to talk to you about what's AI doing in the banking industry. Now, financial sector has been an early adopters, starting really from the investment bank, where they started using really quite interesting algorithms for trading. And to me, it's not about algorithms, it's about machine learning. Then it's AI. It has to learn on its own. So you feed back what's happening in the market and it can improve its own algos. Now it's actually spread out to the rest of banking, to be honest. You can see that in mortgage lending, you can see it in all sorts of other lending in the retail side. We're trying to use it in the corporate banking side for servicing, chatbots and other areas. So it's starting to becoming all pervasive in early stages and in some stages really experimenting rather than being mainstream.
I think what I've really learned from the conference is the real importance and significance of having the right kind of interdisciplinary teams to tackle how AI can be adopted successfully in business. So that's covering science, engineering, actual business itself, and most importantly, those teams being able to operate ethically to get the right outcomes for business.
We work to get academic expertise into the heart of government. In terms of what do I think the opportunities for artificial intelligence are in government, I think it's really about helping us do a lot more for citizens with the same amount of resources. In terms of the challenges, I think understanding what artificial intelligence can do and perhaps also what it is not good at, those are big challenges. I think the level of knowledge about artificial intelligence across the civil service is okay, but it could be a lot better. In terms of things I've taken from the conference, I think the points that were made about the impact of gigafication on the economy and how artificial intelligence is going to automate some elements of some jobs, and that leaves questions about what we do with the rest of those jobs, is a really important point that I had not really thought about before.
So what I've learned from the workshops today is there's still a huge fear about what AI is, and I think the fear comes from understanding, and there isn't a true definition that everybody can really understand. So I think more people need to understand what it is, because it seems to be like a black box right now, and nobody knows what's inside.